Myself, I'm Ratna Bhushan, a friend, motivator, and guide to IAS aspirant, international motivational speaker, leadership trainer, coach, political strategist, and policy advisor. Thanks for joining my course, and great thanks to all of you who continue to provide love, cooperation, and support for this work. As many of you know, my life aim is to motivate, empower people, and organization to achieve their journey goal. Let me be your pathfinder and mentor in this process so that we can make this world a better place in society. I look forward to collaborating with you to help you to build you a bright future. Please share your thoughts, struggle, feelings, vision, social work, and achievement. My aim is here to help grow, improve, and make your life successful to your vision. Political power. Political power means capacity to regulate national life through national representative. If national life becomes so perfect, if national life becomes so perfect as to become self-regulated, representation become unnecessary, then a state of enlightened anarchy. In such a state, everyone is his own ruler. He rules himself in such a manner that he is never a hindrance to his neighbor. In the ideal state, therefore, there is no political power. There is no political power because there is no state. But the ideal is never fully realized in life. Hence, the classical statement of Thoreau that the government is best which governs least. The government is best which governs least. The government is best which governs least. This is the quote of Mahatma Gandhi from the book The Words of Gandhi, written by Richard Attenborough. The source of the news, Hindu newspaper. The important news are: music legend Pandit Jasraj passes away. Music legend Pandit Jasraj passes away. He combined traditional style with elements linked to light classical music. Pandit Jasraj, a doyen of Hindustani classical music, will be remembered for taking the art beyond the rarefied confines of a selector set by imbuing khayal with an unmistakable element of bhakti ras. He passed away in the US after a cardiac arrest. On Monday he was 90. भरी नगरिया तुम बिन सुनी, भरी नगरिया तुम बिन सुनी, हमको विसार कहाँ चले. The foremost exponent of the Mewati Gharana moved away from the Drupad and brought an element of devotional singing to Khayal by employing harkats and murkis that were associated with the light classical music. The purist took him time to compliment him, but the connoisseur could not resist the charm of the Sanskrit strotas, his mastery over the Sudha Madhyam notes, and his ability to play with the light and heavy and popular and rare ragas like Durga, Jog, and Abhir Todi with the equal felicity. Not to forget his sage like the presence on the stage, which got a little dramatic in the latter half of his career. He would often end his concert with a kirtan. Born in a village in Hisar district in Haryana, Pandit Jasraj started as a tabla player and was known as the able accompanist in the classical circuit in the Kolkata before turning to classical singing. He learned from his father Pandit Motiram and elder brother Pandit Maniram, but drew inspiration from the various sources including Begum Akhtar. The bhakti element took birth in him when he saw his father, who was a court musician, singing every morning at 3 a.m. But it was his association with the spiritual guru Maharana Jain Singh of the erstwhile princely state of Sanand in Gujarat that made him believe in the miracles of the bhakti. Once his elder brother lost his voice, it was said to be restored after the Maharana, a devotee of goddess Durga, made him sing Mata Kali. I have seen many such miracles from close quarters. It filled me with a belief that the Almighty holds your hand and takes you to path you are made for without you even realizing it. Pandit Jasraj once told the Hindu in a conversation, perhaps it was because of his deep connection with Durga, that he gave the name to his daughter Durga. The Padma Vibhushan awardee was also a master of Haveli Sangeet and could speak for hours after its journey and rich history. a keen student of philosophy and spirituality. He loved to spend time with the J. Krishnamurti, who loved his singing. He was married to Madhura Santaram, daughter of legendary filmmaker V. Santaram, and often talked about his conversation with his father-in-law, who made him classical music and dance-based films. It was who always pushed me to have a clarity in my voice. He would fondly remember. Rakesh Asthana appointed BSF Director General. He will continue to head the Narcotics Control Bureau. The Union government on Monday appointed 1984 batch Gujarat cadre IPS officer Rakesh Asthana. Rakesh Asthana is the Director General of the Border Security Force. He will also continue to hold the additional charge of the post of the DG, Narcotics Control Bureau. Mr. Asthana was earlier Special Director of the Central Bureau of Investigation, where he had a tussle with the then CBI Director Alok Verma, who had filed a bribery case against Mr. Asthana in 2018. Following the tussle between the two officials, the central government had removed them as per the order of Central Vigilance Commission. Mr. Asthana was later given a clean sheet in the alleged bribery scandal. SC Supreme Court to study context of charges against the judges. It will be hear the arguments on the process to make allegations public. The Supreme Court on Monday decided to launch a detailed examination into the circumstances under which a person can make public allegations of corruption against the judiciary. A three-judge bench led by Justice Arun Misra also decided to hear arguments on laying down procedure to be adopted if such as statements of corruption are made in public against sitting as well as retired judges. Prashant Bhushan case. The bench framed the two questions while hearing a contempt case initiated against the advocate Prashant Bhushan for his remark on corruption and judiciary in an interview to Tehelka magazine published in 2009. In what circumstances can such statements on judicial corruption be made? Under what circumstances can these allegations need to be made public? We need to hear arguments on these issues. Justice Misra observed, listing the case for hearing on Monday. 1992 judgment. The bench referred to the majority judgment delivered by Justice, as he was then, J.S. Verma for the Constitution Bench in 1992 concerning the removal of Justice V. Ramaswamy, a Supreme Court judge. The judgment had led down the procedure to deal with the allegation against a sitting judge. The judge had to be given a fair opportunity to heard before an inquiry committee formed under the Judges Inquiry Act 1968. Judicial remedies for the Jammu Kashmir net restriction. The Supreme Court must re-examine the government's weak region to limit the internet erstwhile. Jurisdictional conflict in the running of Delhi. In the prosecutors issue, the Lieutenant Governor's Act have not been in consonance with the Supreme Court's 2018 ruling. This article was written by PDT Archery. The exercise of establishing a democratic and representative form of government of NCT of Delhi by insertions of Article 239AA, 239AA and 239AB would turn futile if the government of Delhi that enjoys the confidence of the people of Delhi is not able to use her in politics, policies and laws over which the Delhi Legislation Assembly has power to legislate for NCT to Delhi. So said the Constitution Bench of the Supreme Court in Government of NCT of Delhi versus Union of India. The issues before the Supreme Court was jurisdictional conflict between the government of NCT and the Union government and its representative, the Lieutenant Governor.